Hello, beautiful. Foil highlights. Holy shit. Do not try and do this shit at home. It's way too hard. You guys are trying it on your own heads, and then you have to go in public and wear your hair all sorts of fucked up. Practice and then do the foil highlights on yourself. But of course, the people we're seeing today did not practice, and they're gonna go right into it with zero hair knowledge.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, fuck. Apparently, Mia Maples posted a video of her doing her own foil highlights. Mia! Mama Mia! And not your mom. You, Mama Mia. What are we gonna do with you? You're doing this again! Let's see what you do this time, Mia.
I went to Sally Beauty Supplies and I talked to the person there. I watched about 15 videos.
At least I'm in this catalog of videos that she watched. That makes me happy. And she went to Sally Beauty, where XMONDO Hair's best-selling hair care and hair color products are located, and everywhere else.
So basically, I haven't stepped foot in a hair salon since January. Getting my hair done gives me anxiety because I struggle to be able to maintain conversation with a stranger for 3 to 4 hours, which is usually how long my hair takes to get done. And as much as I shouldn't let that run my life and I should face my fears.
When did I do Mia's hair? Was that like 2 years ago? I have no sense of time and I don't want any sense of time. Time is scary, and oh my God, it was definitely 2 years ago, wasn't it? Was it 3 years ago? No. Mia, you held great conversation for those 10 hours we filmed. I think you can do this. You can go to a professional. But this is more entertaining. I like this better.
It's not really like a serious fear. It's just like something that makes me uncomfortable. I kind of want to be self-sufficient in doing my own hair. By the way, what I usually get done when I go to a hairstylist is I just get this like lightness brought up a little. You can probably kind of see where it's grown out. Here's where it is. This is all regrowth.
I'm feeling very Ashley Tisdale today. Am I giving that? That's what I was going for.
My hair also usually gets sun bleached, but because I do not step foot in the sun anymore, it hasn't been sun bleached. It's getting darker and darker, and I'd like it to be a little lighter. I did a trial piece, and now looking at it, it doesn't even look like it was dyed, but I swear it was bleached. I guess this is as good a time as any, right?
Mia, I have to say, has some of the prettiest hair ever. She has just that perfect silk hair. It does what you want and only what you want. Like it just listens, it does everything you could possibly expect from hair. It is a beautiful canvas to work on, and plus she has the perfect base color, which is like a light level 7, maybe level 8. Flawless, perfect. Wouldn't choose a better canvas to work on, so this shouldn't be that hard, but people always make things harder than they need to be. So somehow it probably will be hard. I don't know how yet, but it will, I'm sure. I mean, she's doing foils, so that's already very difficult.
No turning back now. First, we've got to make sections. I will link all of the tutorials I've watched down below so that if this turns out horrible, you can go tell them that they enabled me to do a horrible job.
Mia has dark roots and her hair is significantly lighter on the ends. So she definitely is gonna want to apply bleach only to the parts that are darker, not lighter. That way she can just bring up her color to her root instead of over processing her ends and then also highlighting the top. That is a big no-no. We do not want that to happen.
And if you're wondering how I plan to do the back of my head, how dare you? How dare you ask me that? 1 section, 2 section, 3 section. Brad, if you're watching this, get out of here. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Get out of here. Now.
But Mia, I can't get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm in too deep already. I'm 2 minutes in it. Too deep. I'm sorry. I have to watch it. Also, thank you for choosing a cute picture of me to put in your video. People always choose the worst pictures and I'm like, oh God, that is scary. But this is about you, not about me, right? I'm gonna watch the video. Sections look beautiful, so that's good.
I seriously want to use the 10 volume, but I've been persuaded by the person at Sally Beauty because she was super confident to use the 20, so I will. Which is basically just like the intensity of the whole thing. We need a 1 of these to 2 of those. I feel like I need 2 of these. So then I need 4 of these. I feel like a scientist. Oh, I do have gloves. Oh my gosh, I should probably put those on now. Okay, so now I'm gonna mix this up. You mix it until there's no grains. This is becoming a tutorial. You're welcome. So once I begin, I really need to work quickly because I don't want it to sit on my hair for like a super long time. So I just need to really keep that in mind.
That is so correct. Yeah. You want to go quick, Mia. Quick, quick, fast, fast, because once this bleach goes on your hair, it starts developing. And the longer your formula sits out in the open air, the less powerful it becomes, okay? You lose power, you lose strength. Nobody wants to lose power. I just got mine back.
I'm gonna start a timer for 50 minutes just to make sure I don't accidentally leave any of this in too long. It's important that you can read a newspaper through this. I don't think I can. Granted, I do need glasses and I'm not wearing any. Okay, and then I'm gonna go like this because that's what they told me to do online. Look how small that little piece of hair is. Like,
now, she's not following an exact tutorial of mine, so I don't really know where she's going with this at all because I don't know why anybody would tell you to start at the front of your head. Listen, there's more than one way to do things, obviously, but I wouldn't recommend starting at the most fragile part of your hair first. Your hairline has that very thin baby hair. It's also the lightest part of your hair. You don't want to start there for, I would say, for any reason, okay? You want to start from the back and work your way forward. And the hair back here, nobody sees it, so just start there, you know, perfect your skill. And then you get to the front of your head and you'll be like, I got this, we can do this, it's gonna look great.
And then I'm just gonna go to the end without accidentally getting the tips here. Cause see, these are already bleached, so I don't want that in there. And then I'm gonna crush it on my head like this in a really, really bad way. Part of me wants to work from the back to the front cause now I have this thing here. And like, I don't want that in my way.
Hold on. That was really good. My spin was nice and she did a good job. For your first ever foil, I am impressed, bro. This looks good as shit. Yes, girl. Whoa. That's actually kind of cute. Should I wear it like this? No. That was good. You really got that foil in there. Solid, nice. It looks tight. It looks crisp. And there looks to be no bleed marks on the opposite side of the foil, which is the biggest concern of all when you're doing this. You don't ever want bleed marks. And bleed marks looks like this. It'll look like you have zebra print on your head. It'll be so nasty. And they're very hard to get rid of once you put them in your hair.
I'm gonna grab another little thin piece, like as if nothing's even happening. Like I'm dyeing no hair at all. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like feather it near the top because I don't want the bleach all the way to the root because I like when my roots look kind of grown out, but it's like on purpose. Do you know what I mean? This is gonna take forever.
I love that she's doing diagonal sections because diagonals are very, very, very forgiving rather than doing a horizontal or a completely vertical section, which vertical sections, they don't show as much. Like that's a very, very diffused highlight if you do verticals. If you do horizontal, you're gonna get a huge chunk of color on top of your head, right? It's gonna be a huge sheet. It's gonna be the most impactful. If you go diagonal, you get something kind of in between where it's impactful, but it's still blended. So I pretty much always choose to do diagonals on most cases.
My concern is kind of like not saturating the hair enough because I'm like, oh, how much bleach does it really need? I don't know. Hairdressers watching this are probably like yelling at the screen right now, but I can't hear you.
Why are you not leaving any hair in between these foils, or are you? I really can't tell what's going on from here, but I'm getting a little bit concerned that you didn't put any hair in between the foils. What the f?
This is already like taking me so long. 37 minutes, so. Wait, this has only been 13 minutes? This feels like I've been doing this for an eternity. Okay, I can't F up the front of my face.
Ah! And we lost it. We lost it. We were doing good and we lost it. She is now putting a horizontal foil on her part, which is gonna give her basically the look of like complete blondness. I think she's going for a highlighted look, but this is gonna put a huge sheet of blonde on the top of her head. And then she has the diagonals. It's a whole mess already. I'm so sorry, Mia, but that wasn't the right choice. Diagonals on the top would have been way, way better. That way you have the highs in between the lows. You know what I mean? So everything looks blended.
Like I'm almost out of bleach. Is that saying that I didn't mix enough, or is that saying that I'm using too much? Like this is why I feel like I should have started with the 10 volume so that it could kind of have some more time. You live and learn, I guess. I am a little concerned because I feel like the worst one I've done so far is the one right at the front of my head. Oh, I forgot I don't have any bleach left. This is it. I'm gonna have to mix them up.
Mia, that is a great sign that you have to mix more bleach. When people don't mix more bleach, that's when I worry. That's when I get really nervous because that means you mix too much. If you can get through your entire head without mixing more bleach, girl, you done f***ed up. And that is gonna be not good anymore, okay? Don't do that. You really wanna mix up new bleach about 4 times on one head.
I need to get some more of this stuff mixed up. Oh, I forgot to put my bonding thingy in. I bought a thing to have bond repair. This is in hopes to like have myself not be bald after this. I did say to the Sally Beauty Supplies person, I was like, well, hopefully the next time I see you, I won't be bald. Okay, I've been doing this for 20 minutes, which means this first foil has been on for 20 minutes. See, that's what I don't understand. If I put on this one way before the other one, how am I supposed to keep track of it, you know? That's what I'm worried about right now.
Okay, so it's when you finish the entire section of foils, that's when you start your timer. A few minutes added on here and there to some sections and not others is not a huge deal, as long as the entire section is timed correctly, okay? That's all that really matters.
Just like getting to the end and like the first foil's been on for like an hour.
Mia, I know that you do like sew, you make garments, I'm 99% sure, which I guess makes sense why you're so good at doing foils, because you are really kind of killing this right now. Like, obviously you made some mistakes, but overall, the way that you're folding the foils, how clean and organized it all looks right now is very impressive. Girl, is it just me or those sections getting bigger and bigger and beefier and bigger? They look very large and in charge, and that does not look paper thin, okay? That looks thick as fuck. Ah, take less hair next time.
It just feels like every single one I do, it doesn't actually take away from the amount I have to do. I'm doing things, but I'm not actually getting anything off of my plate.
Mia, it's the one thing about being a hairdresser. Boy, let me tell you, now you get our pain. It takes forever to complete a head of hair. And that's why I stay away from foils, because it's not fun. It's not fun for me. I don't know who it's fun for. I don't think it's really fun for anybody, but the end result is always kind of nice. So I guess that's worth it. But honestly, it sucks. It sucks. It's so bad. And you're only 1/4 of the way done. So good luck. I have a lot more to watch.
Wow, why am I so far back on this foil? Oh my gosh, not a good piece to be struggling with.
Why did you do that piece differently than you did the other side's piece? This one went backwards, the other one went forwards. Let's not change the direction we do things in the middle of our foiling. Let's just do it the same overall, you know? These sides are supposed to look the same as each other, not different.
We're in a bad way right now because this side has been on for like 40 minutes. Like this one down here will have been on for very long. And this one's just begun, and this is why I wish I would have done 10 volume, because then I wouldn't be worried about it, but now I am worried about it. So am I supposed to like rinse it out?
I also do think the 10 volume would have been a better choice, I'm not gonna lie. You should have started with the 10 volume and worked your way into 20 volume once you get to the back of the head. That way everything processes relatively at the same amount of time. So when you get to the back and you're all finished, you can start rinsing out the front.
Do I like keep going and just like expect the other pieces to be singed up? And see, I'm wasting valuable time right now.
Chip check-in. How you doing?
Well, I'm in a bit of a dilemma. These ones have been on for almost 50 minutes. This, like, I'm just starting over here.
That's what I was thinking too.
I don't even know what to do. Like, I kind of feel like I could just finish my head and leave it. But I'm like, what if my hair falls out then? Wait, I didn't think this far ahead.
Shut up. No, ow. No. Yes, okay. You gotta rinse the first section out because it's already been a long ass amount of time. Well, you're gonna wanna check first. You gotta rinse out that first section you did if it's been 45 minutes to an hour already. It is done. Get it out. Don't do this entire section before you rinse out that section. That's no. It's gonna be overprocessed and way too white.
I feel like I'll be fine. So that's 50 minutes. The timers just went off, which means this one has been on for 50 minutes, which is the max. Which means I have officially potentially crisped up my hair. Oh my gosh, it's so light. Okay, we're gonna need to take that out. Yeah, that's gonna have to come out.
It looks almost like it's gonna snap off. Sorry, but it does. It looks scary and snappy. Get it off your head. You did not need to process your hair for that amount of time. You only want to get to this kind of like yellowy, natural looking blonde. So with 20 volume, you probably only need to process your hair for about 20 minutes.
So I'm just gonna rinse these ones because, oh my gosh, if I don't, I think my hair is gonna fly off. Wow, this is really light. I definitely should have used 10 volume. Oh my gosh. My hair will never be the same. Oh my, I kind of feel like they're all ready to come out. Excuse-moi? I cannot wait any longer. I must go shower. I haven't done the back of my head, but I promise I will. Just give me a sec, because like that's gonna need to come out.
Mia, don't rinse it all right now, please. No. You had one side on for 20 minutes and the other side on for 50 minutes. Please, no. It's gonna all process at the same time. Or one side's gonna be lighter than the other. I guess it's fine. You're gonna tone it anyways, I think. I actually have no idea if you're gonna tone it. Please tone it. All right, Mia is rinsing these foils out. We're about to see what it looks like. But did you know that your water quality can affect how your hair color turns out? If you're washing your hair in hard water, you could be ruining the tone of your hair and causing dryness. Your hair can turn yellow, brassy, ew, ugly, and it can often feel dry and brittle if you're washing your hair with hard water. And that's why Cure is sponsoring today's video. Their new shower filter can help save your hair. Almost 85% of homes in the US have hard water. This means that your shower is filled with heavy metals, chlorine, and minerals. In result, drying out your hair and your skin. And this filter also helps reduce lime scale buildup. So when you're showering, you know that you're getting that clean, pure, gorgeous water that you obviously deserve, girl. I replace all the shower filters in my own house with the Cure shower filter because why the fuck wouldn't I want to have a luxury, gorgeous experience? Because not only does this filter the water, but it actually gives your shower so much more water pressure. I am a water pressure queen and I need that shit to hit my back good. This thing does just that. Look at this. Ooh, it is so luxurious. And there's 3 custom water flow settings: rainfall mode, that massage mode, and a little power spray when you're feeling crazy. So like I said, you can get those jets flying at your body as hard or as soft as you want it. I'm more of like a rain shower type of girl. I like a lot of sprays, but I like them really wide, and it does that. Since I switched my shower filters, I've noticed my own hair and my skin are much shinier, softer, supple, moisturized. The best part is this is easy to install. You can install it in under 5 minutes in 99% of showers. You don't need a plumber, you're good. You basically just screw it on. And the shower head rotates so you can shoot that water anywhere you want. And the craziest part of all is they give you a lifetime warranty. So if you want to try the new Cure shower filter, you can get 10% off now with my code BRADMONDO or use the link right down below. Your hair and your skin will thank you. All right, let's check out where Mia's at.
Last time I saw you, it was a little bit frantic. Oh my. Because I was concerned that I may have just burnt off a piece of my hair, which is kind of fun because I watched so many of these bleach fail videos. I felt like I was almost real time in one. But then I remembered it was real life and it wasn't as fun. Basically, when I was rinsing my hair, I just rinsed the whole thing because I was scared.
How many people were scared?
Here's what it's looking like. Yeah, there's definitely some pretty chunky highlights. Great, right in the front. So now I'm gonna dry my hair. Now normally I'd put on toner, but I want to tackle the back for a bit.
You can see where those stripy highlights she put on the top of her head are. They are so bright, way too bright.
I'm gonna do it. So I'm just going to dry my hair.
Next time we do the front, do it like this, not like this. You hear me? Okay.
You could do now, like I can do that, right? Can I dry my hair with heat after bleaching it? It says not to, but it says you can. So if I could go back in time, I would use the 10 volt on this side and then the 20. So I regret not kind of going with my gut on that one, but it's okay.
I agree with that.
The back of my head is dry.
Mia, I have a note for next time. You don't have to wash your entire head. You can just wash the front section. Tie up the back, wash out the front. That way you don't have to dry your entire head again. You know? I'm always thinking.
I don't know if I've ever actually had like a lot of bleach on the back of my head because I don't see back there. So I have no idea what goes on back there. Unfortunately, in panic, I flipped my gloves like inside out. When I was in the shower, I literally thought I was gonna reach onto my head and like pull out a chunk of hair.
This is the hardest part, doing the back of your hair yourself. Plus you're probably already exhausted from doing the front, so Recipe for disaster. Doing the back of your hair, doing it tired, horrifying.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Firstly, you do not have to be good at something to enjoy it. I'm enjoying this. I don't think I'm doing a great job, but I'm enjoying it. At first, if you are not amazing at something, that doesn't mean you should give up. You should appreciate what you did, good or bad. Appreciate that you had an effort with it, you tried something new, and you had fun while you did it. And even if you didn't have fun while you did it, good for you for trying something new.
I agree. I know I make it seem like I'm not all for doing your hair at home yourself, but I really am. I hope that comes through. I want you to do your hair at home yourself. I want you to try it out. I want you to get good at doing your own hair. I think it's so fun and empowering, and it's such a good time when you get good at it, and it's such a good time when you're bad at it. The whole thing is just a good time in my opinion. And hopefully I give you the tools to be able to do your hair yourself at home without completely f***ing it up.
So if my hair falls off my head, at least I tried something new. Now this is gonna be very much, I have no idea what's going on back there. So can you let me know if it looks bad? Oh gosh, I don't think this is a good idea. How am I supposed to see the back of my head though? Maybe I'm supposed to work in like a diagonal like this? Okay, you know what? You know what? Holy crap, this is really hard. Like if I can get this, I can do anything. Oh wait.
Yeah. Why aren't we doing 4 quadrants? Why was there only 3? Who told you to do 3? Who told you? Because mine always say 4. I would like you to go from one side, then to the other, back and forth until you complete the back, not down the center. It's gonna be hard that way.
My hands are getting tired. I need to start a timer again. This is my holy crap, get this off your head. It's been on for 47 minutes timer. Now this is where things become a mystery. We're just gonna, oh my gosh, wait, Stuart, I need help. This is gonna be horrible. Okay. Whoa, I can't tell which way I'm going. I don't think I'm gonna be able to see the back of my head. Just paint it, but like feather at the top. No, don't start at the top. Don't start near the base.
Just go in the middle.
Go in the middle.
Mia, this is cheating. You're supposed to do it yourself. What happened?
Now, see where the hair turns into blonde?
Stop there.
Stop there. This is not what I wanted this to be. I did not want you to be doing things.
I'm killing it, don't worry.
Okay, you can put the mirror down. The mirror's not helping me.
Right.
Let me see. Oh my God, no.
Oh my God, what is that?
Okay, wait. You hold this from the back like that. This is gonna be so ugly.
Should I just get some cardboard?
Now I really don't want Brad to see this video. Brad, I don't want you to see this.
I'm not seeing it. Putting the cardboard behind the hair was actually a great move. This is how a lot of people apparently learn how to foil. I didn't learn how to foil like this, but people do, and it makes it easier to foil so that you don't have to put your hand behind it, and it just gives you like a flatter surface to paint on. So not a bad idea, not wrong at all. You did need that help badly.
Oh my gosh, my arms are tired. This might not turn out amazing, but I have some ideas for next time. Like I'm learning, I feel. Okay, that was lousy what I just did. Okay.
That's it?
I have seen before where people will just paint on the balayage like a hard foil, and that's what I was kind of thinking about doing with the rest of my hair, because this is all underneath this. This real estate doesn't matter as much, right? Like, let's be honest, no one's gonna see that. This is what I'm thinking about doing, like just like.
Were you thinking about doing it, or were you doing it as you were thinking about doing it? It seems like the latter. Not the worst idea ever, but you should section your before you do this, you know? Section the underneath, then paint it, then cover it with something like a saran wrap, and then do the next section, and the next section, and the next section. Don't just pull hair forward and just start painting it. No. It's gonna be spotty, and it's gonna be dry, and it's not gonna process light enough. It's gonna be a whole disaster.
Why have I been being so specific about it? Because then I could just take a foil and go like this. I'm having a better time just like painting it rather than being really good about it.
You might be having a better time, but it's gonna give you a worse result. Sorry, Mia, this is going down the hill. We're going down this motherfucking hill, and we're going together. And I'm scared, and it's really not gonna be fun for me to watch. You are gonna destroy your hair. Oh God.
What is going on? I literally feel like I can't see right now. I think this is a sign that I should stop. It just doesn't feel like I have enough foils on my head.
What is going on back there? You are literally pulling random sections and painting them and then throwing them in a foil. I know you know better than this. I know you do. Oh, no.
I washed my hair to do this. This is why. This doesn't feel worth it. Let's do more. Oh, hello.
Hey!
Welcome to my salon.
Wow, this is a big day. Something's ringing in my ears right now about what Brad says about when you apply it right near your scalp. It is the heat of your body processes those ones really fast.
I don't want to talk about Brad right now. I'm fearful that he's gonna see this.
Your hair is melted, colored 5 different colors, and it is definitely gonna fall off. I get fucking sassy sometimes. When I watch back my own videos, I'm like, damn, I'm kind of brutal. But yeah, your hair is gonna be way too fucking light. It's gonna fall off, and it's gonna be patchy and spotty.
It looks like you've done a really good job though.
I'm gonna get better at this, and then I'm gonna do this from home. It's time for me to take out these foils. I am like hoping that it doesn't look bad, but I also know it's the back of my head, and I don't really care if it looks bad because you know what? Don't look at me from back there. Let's see. Okay, it's definitely lifted. Now, if I could go back in time, I've said this 100 times, I would do 10 volt on this side so that I could move into 20 on this side so that I didn't have to shower twice, but I need to shower again. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so again, trusting the girl at Sally Beauty, I got this lightest beige blonde. It's T11. If this toner is not correct, I'm gonna go to Sally Beauty's place
and I'm going to rage.
All right, so she's using a permanent toner, which this could bump her base, which means that her natural color could be lifted from using this depending on which developer she's gonna mix with the permanent toner. Permanent toners can definitely be used, it's okay if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you can use semi-permanent color or a demi-permanent color. I know I personally have new Super Gloss 15-minute toners coming out, if not out already. It comes in all different shades like reds, blondes, blacks, and browns. 9 different shades in total. You can check out if they're available now with the link right down below or sign up for the wait list, whatever. I don't know when this is coming out, so I don't know, but yeah, check it out. It only takes 15 minutes to do at home, super easy. Dip your hand in the tub, apply it, boom, you're done. So you can definitely use something like Super Gloss, which is a semi-permanent color in order to tone hair like this, and we have the perfect shade for you, which would be 8A.
So I'm gonna actually just start dipping in and this almost smells worse than whatever I had just before this. Oh my gosh.
Her hair is definitely really light. I would prefer her using a semi-permanent toner on her hair because she does not need all this lifting power that this permanent toner is gonna provide her. It's just not necessary.
As the toner sits, this scary, almost balding myself patch definitely is getting more beige. So I don't wanna leave it on for too long. I'm gonna leave it on for 15 minutes and then I'm gonna shower and then I'm gonna shampoo my hair, I'm gonna condition it, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because my legs are killing me, and then I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna style my hair and show you it.
Next time you use a toner, Mia, make sure you comb it all through your hair. Starting from the bottom and working your way up in small sections, just comb everything. That way you know that that toner got on every single piece of hair evenly.
This wasn't a horrible idea and that I did okay. We'll see. Okay, are you ready to see the grand reveal? Ba-na-na-na-na, drum roll, please. Here's my hair. Take a good look. Here's the back. I'm afraid to show you the back because they literally don't know what it looks like, but here you go. I probably should have feathered it a little bit more at the root because like right now it looks like I have grown out roots already, whereas I wanted it to look like it had already been grown out. But I feel like in everyday life, if I'm not looking super closely at it, I don't really notice that. All I notice is that before, from like here to here, it was dark, and now I've got this brightness back in. I'm definitely happy with the toner. I'm definitely someone who likes the golden warm blonde. I didn't want to be like an icy blonde, and I feel like this is a good toner for that because it definitely still has a lot of warmth. I'm pretty happy, and I feel like I learned a lot along the way.
Mia, you kind of ate that up. Oh my God. And you see what happened with the toner? It lifted all your hair. So your head is fully colored now. You don't just have highlights, you're gonna have roots grow out like in a line now because you use permanent color to tone your hair. But I do think it looks really nice. It's gonna be a lot of upkeep, but I'm impressed. Obviously it's not perfect or salon quality. You shock me. How'd you do that?
Today I'm going to be bleaching my curly hair at home for the first time.
We know what happens with curly hair, right? Curly hair is often very, 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 very dry. Especially the curlier it is, usually the more dry it is. No matter what you do, you're gonna have dry hair. And guess what? Bleach on top of already dry hair is a combination that results in disaster. Disaster.
My hair is a lot healthier now. I haven't straightened it in a few years. I also have taken into account that I'm not gonna dye my hair as light as I had done it in the past, which was more damage. This is like the kind of color and like placement that I'm going for. If you want like a more natural kind of like balayage, pintura, sun-kissed hair kind of look, then hopefully my hair comes out this way. To get right into it, I'm going to be using Clairol's Kaleido Colors for dark hair, and it has like a little bit of toner in it. That's why I want to use it. This Superstar 40 Developer. I'm also going to be using this Ion Step 1 booster, and it's just like a bond builder, I believe. Just for like added protection, I'm going to mix it in with my bleach and peroxide.
All right, we got the bond booster, which is great. Love to see it. Very important. Gotta get those bonds boosted before we break the shit out of them and break that hair off of your head. And she's gonna go in 30 volume, which I think is fine for her. I mean, 20 volume is probably better because you're probably gonna work around your head very slowly. So I don't know, a little concerning, but like we'll see what happens.
I'm mainly going to put the color at the fronts of my hair, just at the front half, so these two sections on either side. So this will be like where the majority of my hair will be lightened. Again, I've never done this before, so my plan is actually to just go in to section out like everywhere that I want to dye.
I like how the title says, I bleached my hair. Oops. Oops! What do you mean, oops? Oops!
And then tie back the rest that I'm not going to. So this is my first piece.
All right, I think it's fine doing it this way for her. I love that she's sectioning it. That is great. She made nice, beautiful sections. She's doing some horizontal strands, which I will get to in a second about that because that's kind of a problem. But if you want to make this even easier for yourself, I would definitely recommend getting this hair straighter, like not like pin straight, because we don't need to do all that. Just with either a round brush or a straightening attachment on a blow dryer, just blowing that hair out so it's kind of like poofy and big, and you can easily section through it, and you can make sure you know where you're putting every highlight. If you do color your hair while it's really curly, it's just a little bit more difficult to make sure you get those sections fully saturated, even, and you don't miss any spots, because what happens with curls is usually they clump up. Curls are kind of clumpy, so you don't want to color clumpy things. You want to color nice and even, thin sections of hair that is somewhat straight for the best results.
What I'm going to do is just use like the pin part to kind of weave out the highlights, and then I'm gonna tease it up. So this is my first piece.
Okay, doing horizontal sections and then weaving is definitely not a bad idea, but if you want it more blended overall, like the picture reference, you're gonna wanna take more of a diagonal section rather than a horizontal and then weave out the strands you wanna color. And also, that teasing you just did nothing. To make a difference with teasing, when you're doing stuff like this, you really gotta start from the bottom and go up. You wanna pull some of those hairs up to the top of your head so everything gets diffused when you brush it back out.
And I'm just gonna do that all over the rest.
I've never seen somebody section everything out and then go back and do the colors, which I don't know how she's gonna like pull the same sections out as she did before. I don't know, I'm a little confused how this is gonna work. What?
This is my middle part. I want to try to be a bit more precise with it because that's the part that will be showing. It's like wherever you part your hair, and also if you tie your hair up, like the front areas, so you want to be like a bit more careful with that. I'm going to be sectioning out a lot more hair in this section.
Wait, okay, so she keeps on sectioning all the hair but not coloring anything. How is she gonna pick up the same spots? How is she gonna know which is which?
Give you more of a clean blonde, and you can literally just take the color tone you want your hair to be.
So here I am doing more research, and I'm deciding to go with a 30 volume rather than the 40 just because of damage purposes. So it says to mix a 1:2 ratio.
Wait, girl, what happened to the sections? Wait, what? Where did the sections go? You just spent all the time sectioning. What happened? Anyway, she's using 30 volume, which I think is good for her because she's doing an open air application. Actually, no, I think she's using foils. Oh no, she's using foils. Girl, 20 volume would have been fine.
I'm just gonna pour in some of the bleach, and I'm going to pour in twice as much developer. I am also now going to be mixing in the Ion Step 1 booster, and it says to mix half a vial into 4 fluid ounces of color, so I'm just gonna use half of this and mix it in with my bleach. So I'm just making sure that my hair is detangled while still teased up. Then I'm going in with the U-shape pintura method, which is just applying the bleach at different heights. Usually the edges to kind of give it like an ombre slash highlighted effect. Don't forget the undersides of your hair.
Okay, I'm glad she's using all these techniques in one. She's teasing the hair, she's weaving the hair, and then she's doing this V highlight method, which is good because it kind of combines like all mistake-proof methods all in one. But usually when you do this like V thing, you're gonna want to just take a slice of hair and then paint the V on that. You know what? You could do both. I don't know anybody who doesn't like that, but listen, hey, there's more than one way to do things, so let's see how this goes.
Don't be afraid to get bleach on there. You don't want to miss any spots.
I'm glad she's getting the underneath of her hair as well as the top of her hair. Super important so that everything processes nice and evenly.
Tug on the center of the foil to fold it in half. Then if your hair is too long for the foil like mine, then rip off an extra piece and then add it on. Please don't just shove your hair all bunched up into one foil. I feel like bleach doesn't sit evenly when you do that. Also, you could get bleach on some parts that you meant to leave darker.
Honestly, I like the technique. I like what she's doing. I like how she's folding the foil and she's not just like crumpling it around the hair like so many other people do all the damn time. Just nice, okay? Just nicely. Done. You know, we don't need to do all the chill out with that.
Like the center areas of the U shape or your roots. Take your time, work on one section at a time if you need to. Don't rush because it won't be worth botching your hair. I went to a salon before and been there, done that.
She's definitely doing a lot of highlights on the top of her head. Holy shit. That's gonna be drastic at the very top, but I kind of like it. I don't know, I'm very undecided what the hell this is gonna look like. Sometimes you just don't know. Plus, I'm not there with her. I'm looking through the screen and it's a little bit hard to decide, like, is she doing a good job or is this going to absolute shit really quickly? I don't know. Interested to find out though, for sure. Luckily, she has curly hair, which is also very forgiving when it comes to highlights like this because you're not straightening it. You're not gonna see every issue in your hair. Everything is gonna kind of clump together and form a nice overall blonde color. So she has a lot on her side right now, but people still find ways of messing it up. And if you didn't like this video already, please, oh my God, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.
I was actually a lot slower applying the bleach than I thought I'd be, so I am just kind of deciding to take it one group of sections at a time, rinse it out.
She's going in the Hall of Fame of foil creations. That's a crazy one. Not the best one, but it's crazy.
Then I'll move on to like these sides. I left both underneath and like the crown in the back.
Y'all gotta work faster. Get more on your hair. It's really hard to film and do this at the same time. Trust, your boy knows. Your boy knows how hard it is to film and do hair at the same time.
It is 149 actually, so this side I started at 117, so I'm deciding to wash it out after 30 minutes. And this side I finished at 140, 30 minutes after that.
Okay, she's letting both sides process at the same amount of time, which is also great to see. I'm glad she's not letting it sit in her hair for too long because she doesn't want really bright highlights. She wants that kind of sandy blonde look, which doesn't even require a toner really, but if you were to tone it, you could use XMONDO Super Gloss, but it really doesn't need it. Toners wash off over time, so if you just get the color right when bleaching your hair, you can avoid using toners altogether.
As you could see, my hair is looking pretty interesting right now. As I suspected, it pulled more orange than I wanted to, which is kind of inevitable with like really dark hair.
Ooh, yeah, that's looking very blonde. Not like the picture reference at all. You need to leave hair out in between, like a lot of hair in between these highlights, or else you're gonna lose all contrast between the highs and the lows. And all those picture references you showed had a lot of contrast between the highs and the lows. And once you get rid of them, it's not fun trying to get them back.
I am gonna go in now with some T14 Wella to tone my hair.
She's using T14. All right. We'll see how that goes.
And I'm also gonna mix it with 20 developer. You can use like 10 since you're just depositing color. You're not gonna lift your hair any lighter, but I don't have any 10 developer lying around, so I'm just gonna use the 20.
So just be careful, like I said before, using permanent colors over your darker natural hair because it will change the color of it. You can definitely do it and it's okay. And this might help also blend those highlights into the rest of her hair by kind of diffusing that line of demarcation between the really bright blonde and the darker natural hair. So it might be good for her, but I don't think people know. When you mix permanent color with anything above a 10 volume, it's going to lighten your natural hair.
I'm going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. Then I'm going to wash all of my hair. I'm just gonna go in the shower and just do like kind of a co-wash and do like a deep moisturizing mask as well. And then show you guys what it looks like when it's done.
All right, she's washing out that toner. We're about to see the results. Did she do the back of her hair? What happened in the back? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello guys, so it has been a few weeks since I last colored my hair, and I waited a while just because I also wanted to inform you guys of like more than just like the color itself, which you could see it's like not as bright as it was. I do believe since I did a protein treatment before I colored and I used the bond builder, I think that really helped. My curl pattern is pretty much the same. I compare like a piece of like my blondish hair with like a piece of black hair. It's the same and I'm pretty happy about it, but for the most part I'm really happy with how it came out and like the health and state of my hair.
Yes, yes, yes! It looks beautiful. Everybody really gagged me today. Also, she definitely toned her hair again from the last clip we saw. So this looks much better, this darker color. And also, I don't know, I think you did a great job with placement of the highlights. Like I love that you saw the lows and the highs. I don't know how you did this. I don't know what you did off camera, but you ate this shit up.
I'm gonna go ahead and start by sectioning off my hair. This is kind of a vibe. I did cut this little board to see if having a board would make this easier, just to like have a thing to lay on. I'll show you. So what you're gonna wanna do, get your foil, get like your comb or something, put your foil over your comb, create a little lip. Now what you can do is you can put that lip over the edge of your board, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paint some lightener onto this. So that way it gives my hair something to stick onto.
Okay, so we're going for tutorial vibes. That means I'm gonna be a really hard critic here. Just kidding, I was gonna be hard anyways. But when people go into it like, here's how you do it, I'm like, let's see it. Let's see how you do it, okay? Show me the stuff.
I'm gonna kind of work from this back section forward, and we're just gonna try to take nice thin slices. And I'm gonna do vertical slices, I think. I think it's just gonna be the easiest way for me to get like the most coverage. We can do it. We can do it. Paint a glob.
Doing vertical slices is gonna do the opposite of giving you the most coverage. Horizontal slices will give you the most coverage. So with horizontal, you're putting an entire sheet of blonde over your hair. With vertical, you're just putting little stripes of blonde in your hair. And it's gonna be very contrasty. But I like that she's starting from the back and working her way up. That's awesome.
On that foil. And I'm not gonna paint it all the way up to the root because I'm gonna leave that in my control. I'm gonna look behind me. I apologize if this angling is not good for you. It's good for me and that's what counts. So. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this and just run it through my hair.
That is a thick section. I mean, I'm glad that she is layering the bleach on the bottom and on the top of the foil. That will definitely help get this section nice and saturated. However, it is thick, girl. It is really thick. I wouldn't recommend it. I would do about a half of what you just did in one foil.
As close to the root as possible. And you can kind of shake your brush side to side just to make sure that you're getting it worked through. All right, now we're gonna take this off, put our hand back here, grab this little tail, and just go. Dude, my heart's racing, you guys. I can't go back now.
I mean, that foil was very impressive.
And we're gonna fold it again, and then we're gonna just fold these little edges. And then I'm gonna kind of pin this off to the side just so that way it's not like bugging me, but I'm not gonna use like a really tight clip.
She folded it, she got that foil in there. It looks nice and tight and right. Okay, all right, I see it. I see it. Okay, maybe this is a good tutorial. Maybe she is tutorial worthy. Maybe she is worthy to explain to us how to do this. We shall see. It does say in the title though that she just about ruined her hair, so probably not.
And then that way it doesn't like create a crease, like a splotch. We're gonna do a little bit of a smaller section. It's still brassy back there. We got time.
I am glad that she ended up choosing to do vertical sections. Doing vertical versus horizontal, like I said before, is more forgiving because it just blends with the hair better. You won't notice as many issues if you do it that way. But something tells me we're probably gonna notice issues either way, so.
We're gonna kind of do these as separate sections, and we are just going to start by sectioning this front off. Get a foil, you know the drill. We want to try to get everything as much as we can.
So her and Mia did the same thing where they took this entire section and colored all of it. Like they want that Scandinavian hairline look apparently. I don't know if that's what they're going for, but that's what it's gonna give them. Otherwise, I would just do diagonal sections all the way back and then you include those front pieces with your diagonal sections. You don't need to do it all at once unless you want that really drastic, crazy blonde look when you put your hair up into a ponytail. I mean, it's up to you. It's your vision, it's your thing. I wouldn't probably do it like that because I don't think you're looking for that Scandinavian hairline look because you are not blonde, you are brunette, and that's just gonna look like stripes coming out of your head when you put your hair up into a ponytail. So that's not gonna be cute. Now the only place I would do those big stripy highlights is right at the front top of the head, which she is doing, which I do like. I think this is gonna look really nice. She's taking just like a kind of a V section up here with 2 slices of hair and very thin ones at that, very thin. You always wanna take a see-through section at the front of your hairline because no matter what, it's so impactful and it really shows even if you only take a tiny bit of hair. This might be a little too chunky. That's my only concern.
Okay, the poor back of my head is probably like on fire. Look at me.
The back of her head has been processing for so long. Get that out of your head now. I have a feeling it's been like an hour and a half on the back of her hair. That needs to come out. It's probably done after like 45 minutes for you. I would say that's your sweet spot. I'm not sure which developer she's using though, so hard to say.
And I even have extra foils. See, better to have them and not need them. They're like a yellow, but I don't think they're like quite ready yet.
Oh, she's only doing the perimeter of her hair, like a pop of color around the perimeter. Okay, that changes a lot of things. This actually isn't looking bad. Interesting. Okay.
Maybe I'll like at least just take them out though. Oh, see, yeah, ready. This one. Ooh, she needs more time. That was a fat L. Is there anything else from here I should take out? Yeah. I have a feeling I might have fucked this shit up.
I have a feeling too. It's mostly because of your title. I can also see into the future. You probably fucked it up. Yeah, you probably did.
I went ahead and I got a towel kind of wet, but this way I can at least kind of take the lightener out of this one. She a little spotty, not gonna lie.
Oh, it looks really spotty. It also doesn't look done. Like, it looks like it needs a lot more time. Why are we taking this out when it's not done? I hate when people do that. Hate it!
I literally was like, it's not gonna cause a crease. It never causes a crease. Stupid dum-dum. So now I'm gonna wait 30 minutes and take a look at the very front too. I'm just sitting here watching Brad Mondo videos because like what else would I watch? And I can literally hear these foils like bubbling. And like I've never used this lightener before. We're just gonna be patient.
Bubbling? What do you mean your foils are bubbling? I mean, that does happen. Sometimes there's a chemical reaction with minerals from hard water in your hair that can cause bubbling like that, but a lot of things can cause bubbling. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of just like a whatever thing.
You have to leave this on, or the unicorn hair toner stuff, for 45 minutes.
No. 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 Okay, yes. Are we not gonna acknowledge the fact that your hair is breaking off? We are just getting right into things here. We're not gonna acknowledge the fact that it looks like you lost half of your hair. What happened? What happened? Did we overprocess? What is that?
But I'm gonna go ahead and do that after just because I would rather that not sit on for too long because this stuff's pretty porous.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bro, is it just me or is the right side of your head snapped off? Did you get a complete chemical cut or did you cut that off camera? What is going on? And she's glazing over it like nothing happened. I see it. I'm looking at it.
I don't really even think I'm gonna need for it to sit on for the full 45. That just seems like a long time. And this stuff looks a little dark. I know that she looks spotty and crazy, okay, but I like never am gonna wear my hair like this.
The way that she sectioned this out is a bit random to me. Like if you wanted to do the perimeter like that, I probably would have like taken more hair over here. You see how it kind of like is a box? I would have kind of went like around the ears so that when you pull all the hair up, everything is nice and bright, or whatever color she's going for here. Yeah, interesting. Where are we going from here?
What we're gonna have to do is kind of section this off into like quadrants, and we're gonna go ahead and get our little board ready because we're just gonna do one foil, but we want to have at least something as a clean surface for how dark this color is getting on that blonde. And I know that I have some of the blonde in those buns, okay? I'm doing that to like help clean things up a little bit. Hold it like such. Okay, maybe not as difficult as I had thought.
I love the lack of explanation here. Both of us guys have no idea where she's going with this. I don't know what she's doing. I actually have no idea what color she's about to use, but I think it's gonna be dark blue or something because she said it was dark. I don't know, let's see.
You can see it change right before our eyes.
Wait, no, it's blonde? Wait, I don't know.
Color on my fingers. It's just gonna be a thing. It's just gonna be a part of this adventure.
Is she going back to brunette after she just lightened it? I don't understand. Where are we going?
All right, so I got a timer set for 30 minutes for this dark color. And
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So she was coloring the dark hair back to the dark color that it faded from. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Where are we going though with the blonde? Are we keeping it blonde?
And we're gonna start in the back because I gotta see the damage I did. See?
The way that you have black color all over your hands, your shoulders, your shirt, you're now taking the blonde buns out and rubbing all that black color on it. Why? And what is so wrong about using gloves? Like, what is so wrong about it? I just wanna know. What is it? It says you're a professional hairstylist. Where are your gloves, girl?
That, yeah. I wanna go ahead and put this on fairly quickly.
Okay, she's doing a gray. Next time use XMONDO slate gray. But she's using gray to color the underneath of her hair, which I think is a great combination with black mostly all the time. It looks fierce as f. I love that color combo. And I'm glad she's applying with her hands because this is semi-permanent color, so it's gonna be super easy to apply all over without having to use like a brush or anything like that. But I would recommend combing it through so you know you got every single piece of hair.
I think think we are all goopified. It's honestly looking very questionable. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I don't think that gray was dark enough to cover up everything that was going on in your hair. It looks spotty. Also, I don't recommend twisting the hair because when you twist it, it kind of like pulls off color from some of your hair strands. Like you twist it so hard like that, you're like wringing out water from your hair, right? Like you're wringing out the liquids, which the liquids are needed to process this evenly and nicely. So you don't want to twist it like that. Just let it live where it's supposed to live.
Like extremely questionable. Gosh, look at my hands.
Those hands are so concerning. How did you guys get that off? I swear to God, I get like a little bit of blue in my finger once and it doesn't come off for days. Or like a little bit of brown and I'm like, ah! Like it drives me crazy.
I'm gonna try to rinse the brown out first by itself and then do the blonde.
All right, she's washing her hair and we're about to see the finished results. I have no idea what direction this is gonna go in. It's either gonna be really great or really awful. It's usually how it works though. I'm voting on awful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Or great. Maybe it is great.
But she's cute, right? This was a very long journey. I think it turned out pretty darn good. The hair gods definitely gifted me here. It isn't horrible.
Yes! 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 Oh my God! That looks phenomenal. I love it. That was a transformation and it looked really easy. Hello? What happened? Thank you for watching, beautiful. There's more videos here and here, so check them out. Bye!